This is Cora's product spoof analysis. So the product spoof I chose was about Lay's chips and their new half the calories original chips. The product spoof is making fun of Lay's chips and their packaging. In a regular bag of Lay's potato chips, half of the package is filled with chips and the other half is filled with flavored air. Now that Lay's has come out with a light half the calories bag of chips, someone spoofed the product by making it so that it's now advertising it has 50% more air than the normal bag. You could say that it's making fun of the fact that the original bag already had 50% less calories because only half the bag is actually filled with chips. So the original product is constructed to appear full and lightweight. The light colors, white and blue, are really used to accentuate the product being like light. It was effective to put half the bag yellow, as the original Lay's chips have a completely yellow bag, and the new chips are half the calories but still the same taste as before. They also use a dance pose for the letter I in the word lighter. This pose insinuates how light you will feel and says it's so light you could be like a dancer. There is not much that differs on the parody ad other than the words used on the bag. For example, on the very bottom left on the original product, the writing in blue says potato chips, while the parody product says potato air. The parody product also says weightless instead of Lay's. All the air now with 50% more air instead of all the taste, half the calories. So I would personally say that all three psychological appeals were used in the original. Ethos is used by taking the character of colors and the symbol of the dancing girl to persuade you that these chips are light and healthier. Pathos is used from the colors as well. People emotionally associate these colors with light and happiness to make you feel better about yourself when eating chips. So the colors are like associated with like daytime and how light it is outside and like a happy sunny day. The original product uses logos as well. The package in general, the words used, and the representation of the product makes us think that it's okay to eat potato chips. The way they are represented on the bag makes us think of how we want to look like models, but if we really love chips, this is the way to look like a model and feel light while still eating what you love. I would say that in the parody product, they are making fun of ethos and pathos. Also, I don't believe logos is really used in the parody ad. For ethos, they are associating the words with the colors to really prove their point of the bag being light. And for pathos, they are saying that the chips are only half the calories because the bag is only half filled with chips. So in the parody, as the only thing that really changed was the wording on the bag, they twisted the words into something we all know to be true. They brought comedy to spread the truth about the chips. They still kept the colors and the lighting the same. It was really all just about changing the words. So the construction of the product altered the original advertiser's version of reality because it brought light to the situation that often occurs when buying a bag of Lay's chips. You pay $4 for a bag of Lay's chips that's only half filled with the chips. Some social values I question are how to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. We just make something unhealthy seem healthy. Even if chips are half the calories, that still doesn't make them good for you. There's still a large amount of salt and sugar, which is not good for you. Just because we alter a product doesn't make it good for us still. Something could say no sugar, but there will be carbohydrates in them, but when entering your system and breaking down, they still turn into sugar. And the same thing with salt. It eventually turns into weight gain as well. We go and alter so many products just to make us feel better about ourselves, even if we know they are still damaging, but at least it's not in plain sight. So humor is an effective use in this product because it makes light of a heavily weighted topic, or to bring light to an issue in a nice and less harsh way. Humor is used effectively in this product. If you have ever bought in a bag of Lay's chips, you definitely know that you paid enough money for the chips that you were intending on buying. but didn't get. So this ad is just bringing light to a problem that the Lay's company has. And that was my analysis of the ad. I hope it was all good. Thanks. Bye-bye.